everybody, thanks for doing the Movie Maker back here again, and today I'm going to be reacting to the Teletubbies Iceberg by Dre Higby. So let's get it on.
So considering that icebergs are kind of a popular thing now when it comes to explaining facts about shows or movies, I decided to do one myself. But what could I do? Well, I checked and there hasn't been any Teletubby ones, so I decided to do a Teletubby Iceberg. So, this is my Teletubby Iceberg where I show you everything from up top, where you kind of already know the facts, and down to the bottom where it's kind of interesting and even kind of weird. But the difference is I'm not going to be playing any creepy music whenever we get to the bottom, because I want you to feel comfortable while learning these facts without being creeped out by the music. So I hope you all will enjoy this Iceberg video, and to you Teletubby fans, get ready to learn some interesting facts that you might have already know or you might have not known. So we're going to learn something new, so here we go, let's get started. And this is my very first iceberg, so I don't know if I did this right or not. So feel free to let me know if I did this right. Alright, let's get started.
Okay, here we go.
Say Uh-Oh music video. The music video was pretty much the Teletubbies theme song, but more longer and with more lyrics on it. And it turned out to be a complete success with children's songs. The 2007 World Tour. Back in 2007, when the Teletubbies were celebrating their 10th anniversary, they got to go around the world to different countries, and in New York City, they got to open their own pop-up shop, and the mayor of New York at the time claimed it to be Teletubby Day in New York City. Nunu. The Nunu is the Teletubbies vacuum cleaner, or hooter is what they call in UK, who enjoys tidying up everything and also making slurping noises. He doesn't speak, but he does have eyeballs that can show his expression, and
yes,
can even show
right.
when time to time he can get annoyed with the Teletubbies sometimes. I guess sometimes he's the show's Megward the Wizard. He can also be very naughty at times, which the Teletubbies would scold him by saying, "Naughty Nunu!" The Magic Windmill. The Magic Windmill, or the Windmill, is an object from the Teletubbies show that spins magical sparkles for either a TV event or a magical event, or when the Magic Windmill actually stops. And in the reboot, it's actually a farm windmill. And honestly, I actually like the reboot version of it better. Mostly because I see a lot of farm windmills when I'm outside. Merchandise.
Oh yes, don't forget the
There were
merchandise
a
of
lot
Teletubbies.
Of Teletubby merchandise. Way back, even probably before the show even began. There were plush toys, backpack, t-shirts, you name it, they'll have it on it. You know, I just kind of noticed, with the mix of Teletubbies with the other shows like Sesame Street or Barney, when actually they kind of showed the show first and then started with the merchandise, here, it seems that the merchandise were already planned even before the show aired. Like they knew the show was going to be a big hit from the start. The magical events. One of the things the fans liked most about the show was the
creepy
magical
ones.
events. If you don't know, the magical events are something that appears far away for the Teletubbies entertainment. And they're mostly CGI, kind of bad CGI, but it was like the 90s, so, you know. In the show, there was only 7 magical events, those being the Animal Parade, the Tap Dancing Teddy Bear, the Magic House, the Magic Tree, the 3 Ships, the Lion and the Bear, and a Little Bo Peep. However, in Play with the Teletubbies, the PC game, there were 2
also
magical
PlayStation
events that
game.
doesn't appear on the show, so it must be included only for the game, which was the Magic Train and the musical Clouds. The rabbits.
The rabbits.
The rabbits in the show are usually just hopping around Teletubby Land or just hopping around. I mean, they're rabbits, what do you expect? But they're not actually normal-sized looking rabbits as you may think. Because the Teletubby suits were so big, that means everything had to be scaled up, including the rabbits. What do I mean by that? I mean the rabbits were huge. Not just huge, but giant. And you might be asking, why are there rabbits in the show in the first place? Well, it seems that the land that they filmed in was invaded by rabbits. So I guess they were just like, we'll go with it. However, there were some problems with the rabbits on set. Like, one of the rabbits would be, you know, making love while during a scene, and they would either have to edit that out or do the whole scene all over again. The location. The set of Teletubby Land was located in the British countryside farm in Warrenshire, Frinstone. I hope I said that right. But yeah, that's where Teletubby Land and the show was filmed.
This is will take one. Click.
The Tinky Winky gay controversy.
The infamous Tinky Winky
In
gay
1999,
controversy.
Jerry Farwell accuses Tinky Winky of being a gay icon, mostly because he's colored purple, which is a gay pride symbol. He carries around a purse, and he has a triangle on his head, which is a gay pride symbol. Some people were kind of surprised about this, and some thought that Jerry Farwell was just being overdramatic about it. The controversy has gotten so big that even Tinky Winky's actor Simon Shelton occasionally been asked if Tinky Winky is gay or not. He says, quote, "People always ask me if the character is gay, but he's supposed to be a 3-year-old, so the question is kind of ridiculous." The reboot. In 2015, the Teletubbies came back with a full-on reboot that was aired not only on CBeebies in the UK, but also on Nick Jr. in the US. I think some people might have some mixed feelings about it, especially fans, because maybe it's because it might be more shorter, or the voices don't really match up, or that there's no magical events in it. I don't know. But honestly, I think it's okay. I don't think it's better than the original, but it's okay to watch. Usually I would watch the reboot, if I want to watch a quick episode of Teletubbies, then I will watch the reboot. Mostly because it's more shorter. So yeah, I think the reboot is fine.
Because the reboot is 14 minutes long. Well,
The
on
Teletubby
CBeebies, even though on
costumes
DVDs
weigh
it's 12
almost about
minutes,
12
but
feet
14
tall,
minutes when it's on
especially Tinky
CBeebies.
Winky. And especially the antennas, if you count that. They're probably even more taller than, say, Barney or Big Bird. The Lion and the Bear.
Oh, the
One of the
famous
season
Lion
1
and
episodes
Bear.
called Seesaw. There's a magical event about a lion and a bear, who are 2 cardboard cutout animals. And they move in really odd and almost disturbing ways, being on skateboards of all things. The segment was too uncomfortable for children, and was even scaring them to anxiety, that the episode was placed on a ban, and was not even aired on PBS Kids due to the fear of scaring little kids. What's also weird about this is that on the Teletubbies wiki, it says that the lion and the bear are playing hide and seek, but I think for the lion perspective, I think he's doing more than just hide and seek. I think he's looking for his dinner. The Teletubbies split. This one is kind of an odd one, and also a very
How's it
recent
odd?
one. So, if you look on the internet, it would say that the Teletubbies split up. And they would even show, where are they now or something. I don't know. Honestly, I just kind of felt like that's kind of weird. Especially since the Teletubbies, aren't real characters. They are fictional. So, yeah. I actually don't know what this whole thing was about. Maybe it was one big joke, yeah, they split up. Even though they're not real people. They're fictional. I don't get this one. Dumbing down.
Dumbing down.
Back in 1997, when Teletubbies first aired a few
The
episodes,
trouble with
heavy
Teletubbies.
amount of criticism came with the show, especially some controversy from angry parents who wrote into Ragdoll saying they should dumb down the baby talk and were questioning the educational value of this show. The Boom Boom Dance. I don't know if this is a rumor or not, because I checked on the Teletubbies wiki.
I have seen the
and it
Boom
didn't
Boom
say
Dance
this.
episode on
So,
CBeebies.
A few days ago, I heard that this episode was actually banned. I think maybe because of how inappropriate the dance kind of looked. You got 5 minutes of the Teletubbies just shaking their butts on screen, so...
Look at Tinky Winky.
Yeah. Baby talk. This kind of matched up with the dumbing down part, where a lot of people and parents were criticizing the show when it first premiered, and one of them was because they were talking in baby talk. Well, of course they are. Teletubbies
course
are
they
technological
are.
babies, so what do you expect?
I never knew they were technical. They were whatever he said. Oh.
Teletubby Land flooded. In 2007, Teletubby Land, the whole set was flooded and is now just a pond. Because the owner who owned the fields
That was the same year when the Teletubbies went around the world and the tunnel CBeebies egg in the night garden.
Just so they can see where Teletubby Land took place. So, in 2007, she finally had enough of it, and she flooded the place so that nobody else could ever come to her property again. On one hand, I can see the frustration because, well, wouldn't you be frustrated if someone went to your properties just so they can see a land that was like once in a TV show or a movie? But I think what she also could have done is make like an outdoors museum where guests can come over and they can see that the land actually existed and probably get rich for doing that. Well, at least the Superdome didn't rot away like the Tots house did. Teletubbies. This
Oh
is a
god,
game
the
series
infamous
that is based off of the
Teletubbies.
Slender Man games, but with Teletubbies. And no, I don't play it, and no, I don't plan to play it, because I'm not into that scary stuff. And honestly, I don't know why this game is more popular. I mean, there's other characters that are on, Slender games, like Trek. There's a Trek Slender game, but nobody's, like, really talking about that. They're talking about the Teletubby one. But that's just my opinion. If you like the game, good for you. I'm telling you that now before you all attack me in the comments. Tinky Winky's first actor was fired. Believe it or not, Simon Shelton wasn't Tinky Winky's first actor. It was actually a man who, name I actually forgot, I'm sorry about
He's
that.
Dave Thompson.
But he was Tinky Winky for season 1, and I think even a bit for season 2 and 3. However, he was fired on set when he got a note saying that they were going to let him go. And I think the reason is because he didn't really portray the character properly enough or something. Or maybe they didn't like how he did his voice. I don't know. But other than that, he was let go of the show. I just realized, I think maybe they should have just had him doing the voice of Tinky Winky in the reboot. I mean, he would have sounded a lot more better than the reboot version. Everything was huge. Since the Teletubbies were like 12 feet tall, everything was huge. The set, the giant windmill, heck, probably even the Nunu. The flowers, the rabbits, the hills, everything. It was huge. Even the stuff they used, they were huge. Not just their favorite things, but also some things that would, appear from far away, like a harp, a magic drum, a slide, a toothpaste thing, whatever that was in that episode. But still, everything was huge. And mostly because the Teletubbies themselves were huge. So everything had to be scaled up to make them look more smaller. Because, they're supposed to be baby-like creatures. Person inside Nunu. Now, I don't know if this is exactly true or not, but apparently there was a person inside Nunu controlling him on set. Yeah, like, I kind of thought he was just like a remote control kind of thing, like they do with Brum. But no, there was apparently somebody inside the Nunu controlling him and kind of puppeting him a little on the set of the show. You learn something new every day. Can't be in the costumes for so long. Now here's something very interesting. When the actors are inside the Teletubbies suits for the show, they actually cannot be in the costumes for so long, or else the carbon dioxide would have filled up. So they would have to take a lot of breaks on set, which would probably explain why the clouds keep on changing in every scene.
And that's it with Teletubbies Iceberg. So in the next reaction video, I'll react to the Pingu Iceberg explained by Iceman.